Good evening, everyone. I'm Nitish Sharma on the behalf of EduBridge IAS. We are doing our polity and governance series, and now we'll be beginning with part 4 of the Constitution, that is, directive principles of state policy. So, the directive principles of state policy are mentioned in part 4 of the Constitution, and they are from Article 36 till Article 51. Remember, part 4, it has been a question that what does the part 4 of the Constitution represent? So, it is directive principles of state policy. What in which articles DPSPs are given? It is Article 36 to Article 51. This is also you need to remember. And what does they denote? They denote the ideals that the state should keep in mind while formulating policies and enacting laws. For example, if the state is formed, so what the state should be doing, whether the state should be providing education, whether the state should be providing health facilities, whether the state should be providing equal pay for equal work. What the state should be doing is mentioned under the directive principles of state policy. It means they are like the instruments of instructions that are provided to the state. यानी कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मेकर्स ने कुछ ऐसी डायरेक्शंस बताई हैं जिसके थ्रू द स्टेट, व्हाट डज द वर्ड स्टेट हियर मींस, व्हाट डज द वर्ड स्टेट हियर मींस? Do you all remember what is the meaning of word state here? Yes, but it is not 13 here. It is Article 36. Though it is verbatim mentioned what was there in Article 12. But here Article 36 mentions the meaning of the term state. The definition of state here is given under Article 36. The definition is same. That is the parts of the union or the state, executive, legislature, or those parts which are related to the local bodies, some public sector undertakings and some private organizations which are working on contract of government of India. These are the part of the state. तो वो कैसे काम करेंगे वो DPSCs में प्रोवाइड किया गया है. अब इसीलिए you look at the image of the constitution. In the part 4 of the constitution, you can see Lord Krishna giving the or telling the principles of Bhagavad Gita to Arjun. So in this picture, you can see how the constitution makers, they are trying to represent the wisdom that is being given by Lord Krishna to Arjun. In this manner, the constitution makers are trying to put some wisdom of their collective ideas to the state that will actually be functioning with the people. ये meaning है DPSPs का. Is it clear? ध्यान रखिएगा, they are not enforceable. It means whatever DPSPs will be reading right now, those DPSPs are only instructions. You cannot go to the courts saying that we are not getting those DPSPs fulfilled. Is it clear? The way it was there in fundamental rights. Which article of the fundamental rights provide us the enforceability? Which article in fundamental rights provide us the enforceability? Very good. It is the Article 32. So in DPSPs, they are not enforceable. Second thing, the directive principle of state policy, they establish the ideals of socio and economic democracy. And what were the fundamental rights establishing? What kind of democracy fundamental rights are establishing? When the DPSPs are socio-economic democracy, what type of democracy fundamental rights are establishing? Tell me. देखिए, ये क्वेश्चंस यूपीएससी ने पूछे हुए हैं. दीज आर पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चंस ओनली एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई एम मेकिंग यू रिमेंबर दीज सो दैट आप कंफ्यूज ना हो. तो डीपीएसपी आर सोशल इकोनॉमिक डेमोक्रेसी and fundamental rights are political democracy. They are the ideals of political democracy. It means we are understanding all the ideals right now, socio-economic and political. Is it clear? Now, what does they resemble? So DPSPs, as I told you, they resemble the instrument of instructions. And the instrument of instructions, that is the term that was used in the Government of India Act 1935. It means if a question comes, instrument of instructions, they were enumerated in which act? That is Government of India Act 1935. If the question comes, which part of the constitution is related to the instrument of instructions enacted in Government of India Act? It is the directive principles of state policy. So they were the instrument of instructions that the British government enacted for the Governor General in the British India. They were the instructions that the British government gave to the Governor General in the British India, and such instructions were given in the DPSPs to the Government of India. However, there is a little change. There is a little change between these instructions. The instructions that were given in the British period, they were only to the Governor General and not to the councils or the legislature. However, the DPSPs, they are not only giving instruction to the executive but also to the legislature. So there is only one difference between instrument of instructions and DPSPs. Understood? This question may have also been asked in the examinations. Now, what does they include? They include a very comprehensive economic, social, and political program for a modern democratic state, which is aimed at realizing the high ideals of justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity as outlined in the preamble of the Constitution, and they embody the concept of welfare state. Okay? So if a question comes, which part of the Constitution reflects the idea of welfare state? So what would be the answer? Which part of the Constitution reflects the ideas of welfare state? Part 4. Is it clear? So the questions are easy. The questions are easy given that you have conceptual clarity. The questions are very easy given that you have conceptual clarity. Is it clear? This is the basics about the DPSPs. Now the DPSPs, see, you do not need to remember each and every DPSP because they are just the instruments of instruction. एक outline है, एक principles provide किए गए हैं जिसके through the state will be running the governance system. तो आपको सब DPSP from 36 to 51 याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है. First thing. Second thing, you just need to know the abstract understanding of DPSPs. Third thing, do not leave DPSPs because UPSC asks questions from DPSPs. पूरा डिटेल में पढ़ना है लेकिन एक एक वर्ड नहीं पढ़ना है. Understand the difference. You need to understand DPSPs, but you do not need to remember each and every DPSP. Second thing, you should not leave because UPSC asks questions from DPSPs. And third, DPSPs are to be understood in not micro form but in the macro form. So Constitution ने कोई formally इनको classify नहीं किया है. I am repeating it again. The Constitution has not formally classified DPSPs into these three forms. It is done by a political scientist, Professor MP Sharma. He classified these principles into socialistic principles, Gandhian principle and liberal intellectual principles. So DPSPs को आपको इन फॉर्म में पढ़ना है. UPSC has asked questions that which of the following DPSPs are Gandhian DPSPs. UPSC has asked questions which of the following DPSPs are socialist DPSPs. Similarly, UPSC has asked questions which of the following are liberal intellectual principles. इसको समझने का सिंपल तरीका है, look at the DPSPs and you yourself will know. बहुत सिंपल चीज. Look at the DPSPs and you yourself will have the answer. Now let us look at the DPSPs. Article 36 defines state, as I already told you, and it is not under Article 13, it is Article 12. ठीक है? Article 37 provides that these principles are provided in this part, they are not enforceable. It means, as I told you, they are not enforceable, so they are provided under Article 37. It means if a question comes, that the non-enforceable nature of DPSP is mentioned in the Constitution. Is it true or false? The non-enforceable nature of DPSP is mentioned in the Constitution. True or false? Okay, it is true. It is mentioned under Article 37. Article 38, it authorized state for the promotion or welfare of the people. Welfare of the people is a socialistic idea. Okay? Welfare of the people is a socialistic idea. Okay? That is a socialist principle. Certain principles of policies में क्या है? These are the principles is to avoid concentration of wealth, to have equitable distribution of wealth. So that is also a socialistic principle. So it means this is a socialistic principle. Okay? This is a socialistic principle. Equal justice and free legal aid, socialistic principle. Organization of village panchayat, किसका आइडिया होगा? Organization of village panchayat, किसका आइडिया होगा? Gandhian idea. So 40 is a Gandhian idea. Similarly, right to work, socialistic principle. Provision for just and human conditions and maternity leave, socialistic principle. Living wage, socialistic. Participation of workers in management, socialistic. Promotion of cooperative society, Gandhian principle. UCC, liberal intellectual, ये तो साइंस यूज करता है. Then early childhood care and children below the 6 years of age, Gandhian principle. Oh, sorry, liberal intellectual principle. Promotion of interest of scheduled caste, scheduled type, weaker sections. It is Gandhian socialistic both. ठीक है, Gandhian socialistic both. Is it clear? So it is Gandhian socialistic both. So you need to remember it as the concept. इसको ध्यान रखिएगा. 46 is both Gandhian as well as socialistic. So Gandhian as well as socialistic. ये बात बहुत अच्छे से याद रखिएगा. ठीक है. Then living, nutrition, public health, Gandhian. Then 47 also, it is Gandhian. Important for us because it provides about the improving of public health in the COVID pandemic. This becomes very, very important. Organization of village organization of agriculture and animal husbandry, Gandhian principle. Then these all are liberal intellectual. Protection of environment, protection of monuments, separation of judiciary from executive, and promotion of international peace and security. Article 51 is very, very important. UPSC has asked it many times, that which of the following articles provides the implementation of international peace. Okay, so it is mentioned under Article 51. So this is how you need to understand the implementation and the classification of DPSPs. UPSC can only ask you either this, that which of the following is liberal intellectual, socialist, or Gandhian. This is what UPSC needs to understand, or UPSC generally asks. And जो दूसरा question UPSC generally asks is which of the following are new DPSPs? Which of the following DPSPs were added later on? These are also the question that UPSC asked. So remember, by 44th Constitutional Amendment Act, the subject matter of Article 38 was changed. By 44th Constitutional Amendment Act, the subject matter of Article 38 was changed. By 86th Constitutional Amendment Act, Article 45 was replaced. Article 45 was replaced. By 97th Constitutional Amendment Act, 43B was added. So this is how you need to understand which of the following DPSPs they added certain new items, or this some of the DPSPs that were later on added. So 44th, 86th, 97 Amendment Act. These are not all amendments. So go through your book and read what all the amendments are there in DPSPs. This is what UPSC may ask you from DPSPs. इससे ज़्यादा UPSC generally do not ask from DPSPs. Is it clear? I hope you do not have any doubt. So this is what UPSC may ask from directive principles of state policy. So thank you very much for joining. If you like our channel, please follow us on YouTube. Please follow us on Telegram, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Quora. And also, if you want to support us, please share it with your family members and your friends, so that we can continue delivering quality content and your friends and family members can also take the benefit of our initiative. Thank you very much.